Namaste. This is the article from the ideas page from the Express dated April 5th, 2025. The article is written by Aditya Vishwanath and Karishma Sanghvi. The article is titled as AI Future Starts in School. For national AI literacy, we need a robust curriculum, and let's start designing it. So in this article, we are going to summarize what is given. Firstly, we'll understand the comprehension, underline the unknown facts, words, and after understanding it, we will also try to spit it out in our own words. So let's start. The article is written in the series of Mapping AI in India, an ideas series. The first and most perilous question to ask is, what is worth learning in AI? Why perilous? Because AI is evolving at such a breathtaking pace that any list of tools or features may become outdated within months. But let's not give up just yet. Rather than focusing on specific content, we can go broader and ask if there are universal thinking skills for AI. Can we empower students to learn how to learn so they can independently adapt to the future developments? There is a broad consensus that the youth of our country need to be AI literate. AI is here to stay, all else remaining the same. People, economies, and countries that are AI literate will be more productive than those that are not. So let us move on from the debate about if AI literacy is required and focus on the more pertinent and interesting question of what AI literacy is and how to develop it. The first paragraph is quite clear. It talks about the sturdiness of AI, that it is here to remain. Rather than asking the question that if AI is required or not, we should now move ahead and focus on what is AI literacy and how to develop it. Let's move to the second paragraph. Let's explore this with a familiar story. When a 12-year-old Rani's science project failed the night before her school exhibition, she panicked. Her paper volcano would not erupt. Her poster looked dull and her confidence was shaken. Instead of giving up, she turned to an app she had seen her cousin use and started asking questions. How to fix the volcano, improve her board, and explain it simply. Within an hour, she had a plan, clear instructions, and a working project that wowed her class the next morning. In this paragraph, the authors have given an example of a 12-year school-going girl wherein she uses AI for her help in a school science project. Now compare that to a grown-up watching ChatGPT draft a restaurant review or project plan whispering, I could never do that. This is the difference. Rani does not see AI as magic. She sees it as a tool she can reach for to solve a problem, just like a pencil or calculator. Being literate or fluent in a domain or a tool means you understand it deeply and can apply that knowledge in the real world. National AI literacy means everyone should be able to harness AI to improve their lives. For this to become a reality, India's schools need an AI literacy program. So true. So, in these two, the authors have told that if a ChatGPT, if a grown-up person uses ChatGPT for writing a product review or giving a review about a restaurant, he thinks that this is something which he could not have done. But in case of a 12-year-old girl, she uses AI just as another tool. And in the next paragraph, the author says that being literate or fluent in a particular tool means that you deeply understand that tool and you can apply its knowledge in real world. And national AI policy is very important because if we want to harness the power of AI and improve our lives, then the schools in India must be AI literate and they should run a program about it. Moving forward, this is possibly the first time in modern history that a revolutionary technology is being created and deployed simultaneously in both advanced and developing countries. Just like our leap in mobile and broadband connectivity, we need to leap in AI to design our own creations to serve our own needs. This can only happen if we are natively tech savvy inherently creative, and unapologetically ambitious youth are made ready for it. For national AI literacy, we need a robust curriculum, and let's start designing it. The first and most perilous question to ask is, what is worth learning in AI, and why perilous? And why perilous? Because AI is evolving at such a breathtaking pace that any list of tools or features may become outdated within months. Let's not give up as yet. Let's not give up just yet. Rather than focusing on specific content, we can go broader and ask if there are universal thinking skills for AI. Can we empower students to learn how to learn so they can independently adapt to future developments? Here is the list. So, in these two paragraphs, the authors are saying that this is possibly the first time that a technology is being developed and implemented simultaneously, both in advanced countries, both in developed countries, as well as the developing countries too. Just as our country has taken a great leap in the sector of mobile connectivity and technology in mobile and broadband connectivity, we need to do the same in case of AI as well. This can only happen if our native tech savvy, inherently creative, and unapologetically ambitious youth are made ready for it. And how can we make them ready for it? For that, we need a national AI curriculum. But what is worth learning in AI? This is the perilous question in front of us. As of now, we don't know the meaning of perilous. We'll explore it later. But this is a pertinent and important question in front of us, that what is it in AI that needs to be learned? Because in every 2-3 months, the technology changes, the whole setup is new in front of us, and we cannot get hold of it. As soon as we learn something about it, another advanced features drops in, so we again have to learn about it. But the author says that there must be some fundamental in the AI that needs to be learned, and we have to see if there are any universal thinking skills for AI, and can we empower students to learn how to learn. We have to empower students to learn how to learn so they can independently adapt to the future developments. Let's go forward. Students should be able to communicate effectively with AI by asking thoughtful, focused questions and writing clear, structured prompts. So, prompts are a very important part. They should be thoughtful, focused questions with clear writing, without ambiguousness, and with a great structure. Learning to speak and guide AI as a young teammate, not just using it like an online search, helps get more meaningful responses. If we train AI in such a way that it will be a young teammate of ours, we provide him with certain details and then asks for others rather than using it as a search engine, the author says that it gives more fruitful and meaningful results. Students should use AI tools strategically and creatively in their own work. This means breaking down their work into steps and knowing where to bring in AI. It also means critically discerning among the vast number of tools available today and making good choices. They should use creativity to think of new use cases and build their own AI solutions. So, students will have to firstly design a map in front of them about the work in their hand, where to use AI, and also which tools to be used, because one has to think of great, there are many n number of tools available in the market. One has to pick the best and use them for his or her work. Finally, students need a strong critical thinking filter to judge AI's outputs. Learning any field deeply still matters. You can ask better questions and assess quality. Students should watch when AI hallucinates, recognize bias, assess reliability, and consider ethical implications. In such moments, don't abandon the tool. Like you would with a young child, reprompt, clarify, and iterate to get better answers. Also, know when AI is not the right tool. So, while working with AI, there are certain things that a person sitting in front of screen should know, and what are those? That students should have strong critical thinking a strong critical thinking filter to judge AI's responses and outputs. We should know when is AI enough. We should know when enough is enough. At what point should we stop using AI? Also, we should know that the responses generated by it are at times biased, or we should also be able to know when it is hallucinating, when it is reliable, and we should also think about the ethical implications of that as well. So we have communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. These are the life skills often called 21st century skills. They are communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. These four are the life skills of 21st century. They will help our students in all domains, not just AI. But this is the first step. How can we implement this in our classrooms in a high quality and scalable way? So the author says there are four basic things that are 21st century skills. They are communication, critical thinking, collaboration, and creativity. So all these four need to be in our curriculum, and how to implement them, this is what they are giving some suggestions for that. This is what they are. All students can start with level 1 program, learning what AI is, and creating a simple wrapper app on a large language model using a good prompt. Most can then move to level 2, building AI agentic workflows, a series of agents using tools to perform tasks. Advanced students interested in AI careers can move to level 3, learning foundational coding and machine learning to create new models, tools, and even revenue generating businesses. So, the author have given a step by step guide of the way forward. All the students can start with level 1 program, that is learning what actually AI is, and then creating a simple wrapper app on a large language model using a good prompt. So they should use a good prompt and create a wrapper app using the available languages. Second, most of them can then move to level 2, where building AI agentic workflow, that is using a series of agents and their tools to perform tasks. And advanced students interested in AI careers can move forward to level 3, learning foundational coding and machine learning to create new models, tools, and even revenue generating businesses. So this is a step by step guide. This paragraph needs a better understanding. We will again revisit it later. Schools should start teaching AI as soon as they think students are ready. This should be grade 6 or even grade 4. We see it every day with tech motivation often outshines age. Okay, so the author is saying that with technology, motivation outshines the age, so age does not matter. There is one famous saying in Sanskrit as well, that a lion cub, even though he may be small, he aims for the temples of the elephant and jumps on those and attacks that elephant. So, no, waste tejaso hetu. That means that your innate ability decides what you do, not your age. So one must understand that and implement and roll out the AI as soon as they think that the students are ready. Teachers, this is one of the few subjects where your students may know more than you do. This is a golden opportunity to experiment with student-centered, project-based learning. Even within traditional classrooms, you will be nudged away from lecturing and towards co-creating learning with your students, which is the dream of all progressive educators. How? Facilitate, don't teach. Be open about your and everyone else's lack of expertise. So this is very clear that even the teacher is not well informed about this subject, or it might happen so that the students may be well informed, or they may be more knowledgeable about AI because they may be using it on daily basis, as in exception to the teacher who is teaching them. So everyone must accept that they are not experts in that field. And what should teachers do? They should facilitate and not teach. Use the magic phrase. I don't know. Let us figure it out together. Provide curated, rewindable videos. Let students discuss ideas. Help them analyze case studies and thoughtful readings. Research and create apps together. Allow mistakes and do overs. Pitch and demo the apps to real users. Encourage students to upload their apps to their own portfolio web pages. A growing repository of problem solving tools built by children for India. Most importantly, use this experience as a model for teaching other traditional subjects. Here is the catch. So, while teaching AI, one must understand the process in which it should be taught, and that process of co-learning, of figuring it out together, should be rolled out to traditional subjects as well. Let us come back to Rani. What she demonstrated was not brilliance or tech savviness, it was simple literacy. Faced with a problem, she reached out for the tools she had, used them critically, adapted her approach, and solved it. That's what we want every child in India to be able to do. Not just with science projects, but with questions about history, art, society, health, and life as well. We believe an AI curriculum can't be optional add on. It has to be woven into the fabric of how we teach, just like language or mathematics. When every child can access AI tools, understand them, and use them to solve real world problems, then we will know that we have succeeded. Because the goal isn't to teach students how to build the machine, it's to teach them how to think with it. Let us start building our country's AI future within our schools. This was the article. So, in the last paragraph, while summarizing the article, the author says that AI cannot be an add on in the curriculum. It has to be a subject of importance, such as that of mathematics and languages. Why? Because without that, modern world and modern students cannot survive. Critical think we saw in case of Rani. She was not tech savvy, she was not brilliant, she did not do something out of the box. What she did was critically use the tool which was available to her. In a similar fashion, if we want our youth to go forward, then we will have to roll out AI as a compulsory subject. If not compulsory, then we will have to interwove it into the current subjects, and then we will have to give access of AI to each and every child, and with it we can solve real world problems. We will have to give some real world problems to that student, and with that we will have to get responses from them. Then we will know that we have succeeded, because the goal is not to teach students how to use AI, how to build a machine. It is to teach them how to think with it. Already the machine software has been built, it is in existence today. We don't want to again go back in it, but we want to know, we want to learn how to use the machine for solving real life problems. And on this note, let us start building an AI curriculum for our country. Thank you.